Yeah, is everyone ready?
Yep.
Too late.
Started already. Wait, don't answer.
I never know when it really starts, though. Like, it's telling me I'm live now, but... Hey, everybody, this is Grimcat here, and we are here with our friends from New Zealand, and we are playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition. We are running through the Tomb of Annihilation. Yeah, I'm Grimcat, I'm a player. Hi. We probably don't really need to do like introductions for everybody at this point. I mean, you know, this is number 3. They know who we are for the most part. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we all done introductions on series 1.
Yeah, maybe we'll do them every other on even episodes.
My name's Vijay.
Well, in that case, I'll just start off. And yes, you guys have arrived at Fort Valorian, where you are expected to find this target of assassination, Shargo, who is another guide, as far as you've been told. Flask and River do not know your ultimate goal for being here. They just so far know that you need guides for now. So they've, as far as they're concerned, they've got you here safely. What's next?
So, we were discussing about someone going in, you?
I think, I personally think we need to let the guides in on the plan, because they could very well help us out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so too.
So,
All right, so I guess I'm gonna, call him over, and we're gonna go into a big huddle. So we're here now, and I kind of have to admit we didn't say everything about our intentions, but you've proven to be pretty trustworthy, I think, and we've got a couple of nights under our belt together, so if everyone else is in agreement, I think it would be a benefit to let you in on what's going on.
I certainly think so. We got you because you are the characters that seem the less. What would be the best words? Disappointed in less than legal actions.
Oh, I don't know anything about that, but it's always good to know that you're a bit more trusted than other people. River kind of perks up with being told that she might be let in on what's actually going on now and everything. Wow, what is your goal in Valorian then?
Now, we're not bad people.
it's a
He's
delicate
not
situation that we're in.
And it's complicated, and I think we shouldn't quite tell you exactly everything, maybe for, deniability, but long story short, we're here to kill a man, a very specific man.
Well, deniability is good then. Me and my brother, we will not ask the names, but did you need a hand or something? Are you incapable? What is the problem?
Well, if you're offering your assistance, I'm not going to say no.
We will not tarry with affairs in the civilized areas, but I mean, we are your guides. If something should happen out in the wilderness, then we shall assist.
We've seen how competent the two of you are, and we're worried that this person is going to be as competent as well. He is a guide. Is that?
But Flask kind of looked a bit, I guess, prouder at the compliment, and River continues, "Wow. I mean, the fact that he's a guide, yes. If he's a proven guide, then chances are he will be a step above most other commoners that you'd find. But, I mean, me and my brother, we have few friends in Troll, if you can catch my meaning.
I certainly do.
But
What was
for
that?
deniability's sake, we will not ask the name."
Well, I have no problem giving you his name, but the ones who tasked us to this, I think would be best left unsaid. But his name is Shago.
At this, they both kind of give a chuckle and a glance between each other. Yes, we've heard of Shagel before. We are honestly surprised you have not.
No, we've somewhat been thrown into this with circumstances that were somewhat out of our control.
Well, it may be problematic if we fail, but ultimately, as we said, as long as it's not in the bounds of civilization, we'll do what we can.
So you two look like you know the jungle too well. Where would be the best place to set an ambush around these areas?
For the likes of Shago, you would want to find areas densely populated with the undead. He tends to lead expeditions into those areas in some kind of crusade against the cursed.
Alright.
I see. And is there any such location within a day or two of here?
Give me a second. Just waiting for maps to load. Why are the maps so good and complex?
Just so they can take ages to load, I thought.
Yeah, well, that's what you'd assume.
Alright, well, I'm going to start getting my kid to get bed, so I continue on
Yes,
without me for a bit. I'll be
that
back.
is fine.
Riley!
Well, within a day or two, not really. You're looking at maybe a week expedition to get to the highly undead populated areas. Although they have been known to spread out occasionally closer to the fort in the mines.
Do you think that maybe if we just took them towards there would be a place we could set up an ambush between here and there?
Oh, I mean, an ambush is always possible in the thickness of chalk. You can barely see 10 feet in front of your face for the vines and the leaves.
My plan is to go in claiming that the jungle has eaten my friend.
An easy claim.
How do you feel that would
How's about
how do you think that would work? Would he go for that? You've heard tale of him, have you not?
I mean, honestly, he would probably say the same as we would likely say. If you have not heard from them in a day or two, they're likely not still alive.
Hmm.
People go missing all the time in Chult, and honestly, expeditions are rarely taken out to go find people themselves. Artifacts or items of interest, that's where people tend to take their experience more.
Would you say he's a kind of forgiving person? Like, does he care about his expedition that he takes out?
Uh, we have not heard that much about him. We know that he doesn't take exploratory expeditions so much as ones with set ideals. As I said, he seems to have some kind of crusade against the cursed and regularly tries to wipe them all out or something futile like that.
Yeah. So, out of character, how many days do we have till we have to assassinate him? Oh,
At this point, you would have, well, if we're calling it still the same evening as the one you reached for, it'd be 5 or 6 days, maybe 5. I'd call it. Yeah, because it was 3 to the fort, 1 in port.
2 back at.
Yeah. Yeah, so 5.
Do you have any ideas? I asked the guides.
Yeah, I forget that. Well, I mean, assassination isn't really our thing. I mean, we're not against killing someone or something, but hired blood money is just, it's not really us. But, I mean, short of brute forcing against him in a trap or something like that, I would not have the first clue on assassination. Try poisoning his meal, maybe? You don't think that was put forward as like a serious idea? It was kind of like a, isn't that what assassins do kind of thing?
I'm just trying to respect the fact that they don't want to be know anything about it, but they don't care if it happens. So. All right. Sounds like a good idea. Eh?
Well, what if we all went in? Except the guides. We had some sort of expedition plan. We make up some rumor of some sort of artifact and ruin filled with undead that we're going after. And then the guides can rob us. When he least expects it, we'll just stab him in the back.
Is there a type of artifact that would really, get him to come for us and, like, just so we know he's not doubting our intentions and, we can get him to where we need him to? What would this guy really be after?
Oh, we don't know him on a personal basis, you understand. It's more, you hear things in certain circles and everything, and I mean, what we've heard may even just be rumor and hearsay anyway. As I said, you really have not heard of Shago before?
Lands are quite new to us.
No?
Well, just be very sure of what you're doing because he is very closely tied to the merchant princes.
We don't know much about these merchant princes.
Which,
What merchant princess is he tied
what
to?
merchant?
That much is very apparent.
How? Which merchant princes is he?
I do not
you
know
Do
myself.
you just know that he's...
We just heard tell that he is very closely related with the merchant princes in some respect. I do not know how or who, though.
I think before we do anything, gentlemen, we really need to find out more about this guy and what we're really getting ourselves into.
Hmm.
I'm starting to wonder if this is all worth a dive.
So we all go and try to get some information, or
I mean, I think so, but I wasn't here last time, so out of character, I'll do whatever you guys think is best.
Well, River and
Right.
Flask would not wish to go in with you guys either way, with Yasint or not. They would not want to go into the fort. They will,
Yeah, the longer I think about it, it's just like, do we actually want to kill him?
I mean, don't forget, it's not just for the die maker; it's for the favor of one of the princes.
one
as
of the
far as-
princes.
Yeah, and I feel like
Hmm.
they're more don't want to fuck. I'd rather kill this guy than have a trade prince after us, because.
But the thing is, like, yeah, we could. If we assassinate him, who's gonna know? You know,
Okay.
who's gonna know who did it? But if we walk in there asking questions about shit like that, then all of a sudden he turns up dead.
Yeah,
Can Fraser not just sneak in the fort, assassinate him, sneak out? He's a rogue, isn't he? Like,
I
that
prefer
would be
the
fucking-
guards. I prefer the guards' idea and
he
try to.
can try that. It's still a military fort. Like, he can try it by all means, but
I
he's
roll.
level 1 rogue against a military fort. I don't like his chances at that idea.
Nothing.
I reckon drug his food and take him out.
But I'm an ex-spy. This is what I was trying to do.
Yeah, has any of us got like cooking or something? Can we get into the kitchens and maybe poison his food or something? What if we try to get a roll inside the fort? Bit of a
don't
slower
Do
know.
any
game.
of us have any sort of poison?
You can try that. You can buy poisons. You can find them.
We have that mark. Are we still like where
You've
are we?
got-
We're still by
You've
that-
got a druid with you.
Hold up.
All right. I'm
That is
back.
true. We
Ask-
have a druid.
I turn to the guards and ask them: is there any poisonous plants around here that could make a good poison?
I mean, poisons are many and easy enough to find and help, but if you're looking for one that will do the job itself, those are as rare as they are in the mainland.
Did anyone bring poison with them?
No.
Can Grim make poison as being a druid, like because he's into herbal?
No,
and all
but
that?
No.
you'd hope that he has survival rolls pretty down packed, even though I know he doesn't have proficiency in them.
I'm better than the average bear, but I'm not great. in
Yeah.
Survival.
What is your survival?
4.
So did people want to tell Grim what you guys found out?
All right.
Yeah, apparently he's tied really closely with the merchant princes.
Yeah, but again, I don't know what that means. Like, he might be tied closely with them, but they want us to get rid of him. So
Not only one of them wants
Just
to
one
get
of
rid of
them.
them. Just one of them.
and we
what
don't know
I'm
the
guess-
names of.
What I'm guessing that means is it's not the merchant prince that told us to kill him, and it's a different merchant prince.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that it'd be closely tied to Jabal because Jabal deals with all of the guides. Yeah, and he's a known guide.
Yeah.
He's got a name. Like, everyone knows who he is.
So are we feeling a bit iffy about this, or
I'm really keen, but I'll recommend to kind of like poison
Yeah,
them and then take them out.
we were talking about maybe trying to get into the kitchen of the fort and try to do it stealthily because we really don't want to be named for this murder just because of the connections with the trade prince. So
I
just
mean, murder's something you don't really want to be named with anyway.
yeah? Like I still think though, then luring him out of the quote unquote civilized areas into the wilderness and doing it, like a pitfall trap or something like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Can you use disguises, Roland Fraser? Like, can you disguise yourself to not, obviously look like yourself when you go in so nobody can place this thing to you?
Those kids.
I'm not proficient with them. I don't have one.
You're the worst spy ever.
That would have been a
Really
great idea.
I love you, but okay.
There's a reason he's not a spy anymore, guys.
There's a reason I only got to level 1.
I just
by
want you to
being
be
a
James
spy.
Bond, is all.
He's more of an archer.
More of an archer.
Archer is still pretty
Right?
badass.
I could do the sneaky.
Oh yeah, archer's amazing.
I was less of a spy that I didn't disguise. I just sort of snuck past.
Okay.
As a spy in my professional days. Professional. I got paid to do it.
don't mean to keep putting these things in the chat. By the way, I just
That's all good.
finding this thing out.
I still think it might be worth, a shot of disguising you. Maybe some of our guides know a little bit on it. But I mean, the last thing I heard was he has a particular hate for the undead. So maybe that could be part of your story. We got lost, we got ambushed by undead.
I mean, that one almost looks kind of like a holy knight, but he lacks any kind of religious bearing or marking. And she kind of points to the heavily armored figure standing amongst you guys.
Are you a
By the way-
cleric?
Greg,
Joke again. What was that?
I don't actually remember.
Are
if
you a cleric?
Yeah, I am a cleric. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys literally do have that option too. So actually, no, sorry, I thought you were a fighter for some reason. No, so yeah,
I'm a cleric.
Yeah, maybe.
River would point out that you guys, have a holy walker between you guys.
Yeah, maybe the two of you roll in and happy.
What is your-
Sorry.
What is your holy
Jake.
symbol?
Just Jake. It's
Okay,
Jake.
Jake.
What is your holy symbol again? And like, where is it?
My holy symbol.
Yeah, the thing that allows you to actually use your spells and stuff. Essentially, your focus.
I don't know. Get it. I'm pretty sure. I don't
No,
know.
you have it. It's just something that comes with your class. It's something that you would never get rid of. It's a rosaries or
But like your cross,
Something
if you're
like
a
that,
Christian,
yeah.
or something you pray over.
Yeah. it's what you hold aloft.
Oh, that was,
when you're
what was
casting
it?
your spells and stuff.
It was a morning star. I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay. Yeah, well,
That's way more badass than a cross.
yeah, so you have your holy symbol is your weapon. That is actually pretty good, though. Most do their shield.
Could I ask the guides, like, what the most common type of undead attack in the area is?
I mean, undead's undead, isn't it? For the most part, it's the reincarnated dead whose souls have already been, moved on, I guess.
But there isn't just the undead. There's a lot of different types of undead.
Yes, but these undead are bestial almost. They attack without reason or worry. It's like they hunger for death itself.
What's wrong, kiddo? Oh, hold on. Okay.
For some reason,
Just out of character, I'm trying to get like just names of undead off to have a look in the book to know what I'm talking about. If could I show them the Volo's guide to the monsters and be like, what types of undead do we find around here? So we know what we're talking about.
With a compendium like that, yeah, essentially, like it'd be zombies and skeletons and the usual undead enemies that you would face. Like, just because,
like, just instead of running into town being like the undead ate my friends, it could be like a rotting ogre or something came and ate my village, or
I mean, if
thousands of zombies came and destroyed me.
I mean, yeah, that
Like,
stuff would be possible to
I
happen.
want to be a little more specific.
I mean, zombies would be a good one, or skeletons. That's what they would suggest.
So we are sort of like formulating half plan.
Slowly.
Sorry, boys, I had to do something. Baby, did you want to just catch me up on what just happened?
So good. Still decided on what you guys are doing and how you guys are doing it?
Yeah, I was sort of just trying to get more info out of the guides, so we could have more of a more specific idea in mind for what we want to do when we get in the fort.
And again, you guys aren't like directly outside the fort. You guys are just in the tree line,
Alright,
a couple of 100 feet away.
Yeah, so
like, does anybody have a better plan than, setting an ambush for him outside, luring him out there, and then, doing the deed?
no.
Because if not, I mean, I think we should go for it and start,
Yep.
Oh, then
Yeah, I'm good for that. Actually.
I will for now. This might take a jump or two because it's stupid. Ignore that, you're not being put there.
We can't see anything anyway.
Okay, good.
Place all of the tokens really quickly. Damn it. No.
Over and over again.
And now, how do I dynamic lighting? I don't know how to do this shit. I will just drag you guys on.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
You probably don't need to pull the B on.
Yeah, just dragging them on one by one. I'll delete the B.
Bees.
It's just to give you guys sight.
Yeah, fair.
So, you guys can basically just pick an area. Like, with your guides and everything, you'd be able to find, quote unquote, an ideal area.
Mhm.
Basically, draw out or mark out and talk about where you'd want traps and how to set it up. If you want trees or anything like that moved, just say. And we can set up a map for it. Because no one actually gave me plans throughout the week.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think what we're looking at right now is too far off. I mean,
I didn't think so, yeah. But more like where the traps would go and everything like that. Essentially, help build the next battle map. You guys might need it.
We should try sort of like make it like a cone shape, drawing them into it, because we'll know where the pit trap is, and sort of like how you steer an animal into a trap.
So how do you ping on here?
Brush like a fucking triangle.
Yeah, just hold
Down.
hold normal click.
So what are you talking about, like a cone like that kind of area? Other than that triangle kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
well, like, here's the thing. I only think we have like 2 or 3 days, and like,
Yeah.
digging a hole is hard fucking work. You know.
You've got time and you've got resource constraints as well. What resources do you guys have? Do you have ropes and pulleys and everything to make elaborate traps, or are you going to just be able to dig a hole with some punji spikes at the bottom?
Yeah.
I think Grim was right. Yeah. Dig a hole.
That's where I was going to go with it. Putting spikes on the bottom of it. And
Mhm. And then trying to, I don't know. Can anybody use like illusion spells of any sort?
Not really. I can't do illusions, but I could sort of. I've got a snake, a familiar, and I could maybe we could scare him into it or something. Or is he not going to be scared of a snake?
He's probably not going to be scared of a snake familiar.
Yeah.
It's ideas.
I can use dancing lights.
Like,
Could put-
yeah, here's the bad part of our plan is I don't know how to actually get this dude into the pit, you know?
I definitely can't push him.
Yeah, other than like straight up bodying him into there, and then you got the risk of falling in yourself, which is probably no bueno.
What about my familiar, like tripping him in? I don't know. I just want to use my familiar, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Familiar would be better to use as a long-range touch spell.
How would that work?
Well, you can cast touch spells via your familiar.
I don't
So
know what a
you'd-
touch
you'd-
spell is.
So any spell that you have to actually physically touch them to cast it. So like burning hands and stuff like that.
Okay, no, I don't have those. Yeah, no, just because it says you can communicate telepathically, so I was just more thinking like, hey snake, trip him up, like just cash ass.
Trip them up.
Like, I think we're gonna have to bet on it being like just a really good disguise, and maybe like put the pit in the middle of a bunch of us laying down, or a bunch of bodies or something like this, where there was a battle or something like that, and just hoping that our disguise, our thing over the pit is good enough that he just naturally is walking towards it and he just naturally falls into it.
Well, how many days did you want to spend doing it? Because
so we've got 5 already. Yeah, we've got 5 to go.
without actually exerting yourselves,
Yeah.
like without making the conscious effort of making yourself tired, you can do a 10 foot by 10 foot
Mm-hmm.
thing per day.
Like,
So if you could have like multiple pits of 10 foot by 10 foot, and that's deep enough that it will say 10 feet deep too. So a 10 cube in a day between all of you guys, keeping up guards and also not exhausting yourselves.
between the 7 of
Or-
us.
Yes,
Okay.
because it's the deep as well, and you're also having to do the spikes and
Right.
bed them in and everything. And you're dealing with the heat of the jungle and any weather and everything over those days.
Well, I mean, doing 2 is better than nothing. I also think we should maybe get some of those bodies of those goblins that we killed and drag them over. And to add a little credence to, what's going on, that there was a battle or something here.
You could have a really big pit too.
Yeah, I reckon a couple of small ones, on the diagonal approach of our cone might be nice. Are we still going with that cone idea?
I think we would just do a pit. I mean, he's a person. If you do a cone, he's just going to walk up the cone.
Yeah. I was looking at that way too differently. Grim was right. We only have a few days, and I didn't even think about it's a game and the whole energy exertion thing. I'm just in my head. So we have to dig a hole, and that's a lot of energy right there, and we don't have long.
I mean,
So-
it might be worth 1 or 2 of us going exhausted for it a little bit too.
Oh yeah, if you guys want to actually make the point of exhausting yourselves, you could almost double that, because that's
Well-
constant hard effort and everything. But it's also exhausting.
If I went and exhausted,
Well, we don't want you exhausted because we want you to go talk to him and get him out there.
Yeah, I
I was
don't
just
mind being
gonna-
exhausted because
I was just gonna say that if I was exhausted, maybe it would play the thing that we got in a fight. But then I
Oh, that
realized
is
that
true,
I'd
though.
get disadvantage on skill checks, which means that it probably wouldn't actually
I
play
don't
the
think it
part.
would be worth it. You're right.
I mean, honestly, I would make Grim and Theodore be the exhaust ones, because Grim doesn't really get affected inside combat until like level 2 or 3 exhaustion, because he won't need his skill checks unless it's survival rolls or anything like that, and Theodore's a throwaway anyway. He's a workhorse.
Is that the squire?
Yeah.
Yep, it's a squire.
You want to be a knight? Start digging.
Yeah, one day, boy, you'll understand.
You're not cleaning that armor.
You'll be cleaning my armor afterwards as well.
So can we get like 3 of them then?
After
If
this,
2 of
he's
us
just
are
gonna
going
dig his own
exhausted,
grave.
myself
Yep.
and the. Okay, and can we also again get some of those like goblin corpses and stuff over here?
Yep, that would.
Well, my character's a physically built man, so I'll go exhausted.
Well, no, the problem is that you will be affected in combat at level 1 or 2 exhaustion. Grim doesn't until a higher level, because it's all mental at that point. But I mean, you can if you want. All the same, I'm not going to stop you.
Don't do that, bro. Theodore's your bitch.
Yeah, the character. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Ping where you guys want the pits for a start.
Do you want them directly in a line, or
I actually think that one is in the right place.
Which one?
no?
The top one.
I
I think that one would be good by the trees.
Like I
My-
mean, just a triangle is going to be enough to satisfy me. I mean, I don't know enough about trapping dudes to do better than that.
I think we would want to put
So
one
I reckon.
here
I reckon.
between these two. But
I was gonna say one about here. No, and
there.
one. Yeah, one there.
Yeah.
One over here, probably, and amongst those trees there.
Yeah, hard.
There,
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, yep.
just like that.
And we all have them on the outside.
How many were you planning on trying to get over?
It's a triangle there.
Because the guides will help, but they won't like
How many
overly
holes can we have
themselves.
without being exhausted too much?
I mean, 2 without exhausting yourselves. With 2 of you exhausting yourself, another 1.
My 3's good then, probably.
Yeah, just stick it in.
Again, and then the
Hmm?
is this
Huh?
also covering these holes as well? You know, with branches,
Yeah.
fronds, and whatnot.
Yeah,
Or is this-
yeah.
okay.
Keep that
Yeah,
blanket
I
across.
assume it's not 2 massive or 3 massive gaping
And
holes.
Yeah. Sounds good.
If
What direction would we be coming from here if we were coming straight from the fort?
you can basically pick, like I said, you guys have spent
Okay.
the half a day or whatever trying to find the perfect spot.
Well, then I would.
Okay, yeah, we'll have them coming this way. Then we are here.
Vadim walks over to the hole and throws his snake in the Sirion and then walks back to the group.
If there's any other people with better than +6 survival, which I don't think so, which is why they rolled it last time. Did anyone want to roll the survival to cover the pits?
Who's a high?
Definitely not me.
Survival rating.
Mine's not better than +6. I'd leave it to the
Yeah.
guides. Yeah.
Flask and River can do it too. They will help out with things like that.
I'm 3.
I'm going to give them guidance.
Is that straight advantage?
I'm 2.
No, that's like 1d4.
We'll add it on.
Am I to add my guidance onto that as well?
I think only 1 guidance affects at a
Only one?
time. But, you know, I don't actually know.
I mean, it doesn't state it, so I mean, for sake of it, I'll allow you to.
All right.
Because like you've got nature itself helping, and now you're getting the gods involved. So yeah, give us a D4
I
as
like
well.
In all fairness, it doesn't say anything about it not being.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I roll with you for?
A D4,
Over on the
yeah.
left thing, there's a little bit that looks like a die. Hover over that, and then it pops up with a whole list of dies.
All right.
Just select that
D4.
first D4 one. Yep.
Is that a lot? What? No,
What's that?
it's a cantrip even.
Yeah.
It is a cantrip, yeah.
Nice.
So D4, and that's number 4. Yeah.
Just one of them though.
Is that right? No.
You
So
rolled
D4.
4 of them.
Oh yeah,
What did I-
just click D4,
I just click.
and it'll just roll 1.
I think
Yeah,
we should
there we
take that like first die of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he rolled 3 ones and all of that.
I
That's
know.
bad. Yeah. Well, as far as anyone can tell, like, if anyone wants to give it an investigation, to give the double check over, but it looks pretty well covered.
I will. I mean, my
How well
investigation
covered?
is garbage, but
Yeah, it looks pretty well covered.
pretty covered.
okay. Well, then I guess
everyone's checking.
the next part of this is for you getting the people. I imagine they're coming from this side in my mind. We're gonna be, I guess, over here, feigning being wounded or something, and hope that he falls in. If not, it's up to us to startle him or shove him into one of the holes or something like that, because without him getting into one of these pits, well, I don't really see it happening.
It's gonna be rough.
How does that sound?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a quick question. If we were to put oil in the pits, would it be better to do it now or later?
Well, we could just smother him in it and then just light him a light like that.
I mean, you've made basically sheer walls that, like, you'd have to basically dig handholds and grooves into to get out of, which after falling into spikes is going to be a painful ideal.
Yeah, like, lighting it on fire is a good idea.
I mean, like, just pour it or bottle of oil in the bottom.
That's probably a thing we should do after. Because, like, what if he smells like, this copious amount of oil coming from this patch of ground where we're just lying, probably not very convincingly.
Plus, it is all covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, good point. Let's not.
Well, then, before we change back to the fort and let Roland take over, you guys can position your tokens.
Or and here's the big brain stress right here. One of us could get down into the pit and call for help, and then, like, when he throws a rope down, could pull him into it.
That is such a good idea.
Can I summon a familiar that can go down in the hole so we don't have to?
Yeah, and use it like the snake, like put your familiar inside the hole that guy is in to make it look like the snake's gonna attack him. Kind of
Yeah, two familiars, yeah. How do I do that?
I don't think
so
your
first of
familiar
all-
is going to pull him in, though.
Yeah, like
No,
your-
not
your
familiar. Like, you have the familiar down in the hole, like acting aggressive, just to kind of.
I got you, to attack whoever's in the hole already.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like, to attack
just
the
kind of
guy.
fake
Sorry.
it,
Yeah.
Just have it fake, an act. Intensify it a bit. He has to react a lot sooner.
Well, I mean, I'll jump in the hole if that's not going to hurt me. Oh, they're already covered though. Do we have enough time?
Well, it's your familiar, bro. So
I
don't think it'll
No, I
hurt.
mean, it's like
the fort would still be like half a day away by this point. You
And
guys
of course
found
that does
something
mean
a little bit away.
that he would be attacking you.
Yeah.
what would be attacking me?
The guy. Like, if he doesn't, like, bite it from the trap right then, he's gonna figure
You're gonna be
something's up.
stuck. You're gonna be stuck in a pit.
Oh
with-
yeah, I'm keen on a one out, and I have Valerion down there. Yeah, he's got one.
You just start dumping spells down in the hole.
Yeah. Fireball!
So everyone else position themselves, and I guess pick the pit that you're gonna go in. Oh wait, are those all tokens? Yes, they are.
Yeah, you can layer them by right-clicking them. It's real funky.
Yeah. I'm just gonna move everyone back quickly so I can just highlight everything.
Yeah. Or you could just make it a map. Yeah, right-click, change layer map. Yeah, sorry.
What is map layer? There we go. Now you guys can position yourselves. Alright, so don't forget about Theodore, whatever he's doing, and
then-
Roland. Take yourself off for now,
the
and for
two
now we
guides
will go.
somewhere as
So he's
well,
in
I
the tree.
guess.
I'm just down in the bottom corner. So I want
He's
to be
just-
able
Yeah.
Chilling in the
And
trees
I
here.
will chuck River Mist and Flask aren't the type to kind of lie on the ground and stuff, but they're up in the trees as far as you guys have seen them.
Sure.
They disappeared into the tree
to,
loft.
as long as they're hiding in ambush.
Yes, they are fully prepared for whatever might come.
You got to make an attempt to disguise yourself too, Roland. Maybe
Roland-
if it's nothing more than just smearing mud all over yourself to give you that haggard
isn't-
look,
Oh, when it goes to the fort, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ignore Dalrungalang. Not that you guys could probably see it. I wish this fucking tab sorta was easier to use.
Yeah.
Oh,
What kind of
You-
skill do I need to use to try and disguise myself to some ability?
you may not even need it. You've still got half a day to get back to the fort for a start. Give me a survival roll.
Oh god, he's gonna get lost. Oh no!
One of us roll for it, bro.
Nope. He's left to go back to the fort. He was damn sure of the direction. You managed to find the fort, but it's it takes you a lot longer than you were expecting, and it's like after midnight by the time you're coming up to the gates of the fort. You are exhausted, so take 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay.
And yeah, as far as looking haggard and dirty, you don't need it. You've spent the past 12, 13 hours tripping over roots and crawling through mud and stinging nettles and everything like that. You look the part.
So it was a survival check I needed.
Yeah. But yeah, aside from the extra level of exertion, you don't take any actual damage. Nothing's bad enough that it's physically affecting you. A couple of scrapes and bumps, but nothing you need to worry about.
So I would like to go on the fort. Is the fort open at this time of night?
No, there is a massive wooden palisade closing off the entrance of the fort. You can see a pair of guards talking on the battlements above you in the torchlight. You've just kind of stumbled out of the darkness because you haven't said anything about light, and I know you've got dark vision, so they haven't even noticed you yet, and that's without a stealth roll.
So did the cleric come with me, or am I alone?
As far as I'm aware, you're alone. Sorry, I haven't deleted these other tokens. Oh wait, no, I'm giving the other people vision.
Oh, yeah. We're just gonna be silent ghosts following you. Judging you.
Look, well, okay. Damn it, that's a disadvantage. Can I yell out to the guards?
I mean, yeah,
Can I
you're
yell
just
out?
screaming at them or what?
I want to yell out help first of all. Probably the first thing I help. Terrible things have happened. My friends have been ambushed. There was a big fight. There are undead everywhere. I've only just made it back here. I barely survived.
Calm down there. What are you doing outside of the gates at this kind of hour?
We were in the forest, and all of my friends are gone.
Gone where? In the forest?
There were undead. There were the goblins. There were a lot. It was overwhelming. I was the only one that managed to run.
Goblins? You mean the Bateri? Well,
Yeah.
they're
I
nothing.
believe.
They're nothing to be too afraid of, I guess.
Yes. No. They weren't. They really were no problem, until the undead.
Yes, the
There were
undead.
like 50 zombies just
Oh,
converged
God.
all on our position at once.
Give me a deception roll.
Oh,
Deceiving.
Well, 50 sounds a bit far for this far away from the Deadlands. Are you sure? Was the undead cursed?
I'm not sure if it was 50, but there was a lot. There was too many.
Well,
They didn't seem to want to do much else than destroy everything they saw. They just came in and started attacking. They attacked us. They attacked the Bateri. They did not care who it was.
the gate slowly opens after a couple of minutes of your kind of flustered explanations. You're not sure if the
Ramblings of a
guards,
madman.
yeah, you're not sure if the guards are actually believing you or just think it's the ramblings of the madman, but they let you in all the same. So you can come in.
I shall walk in.
Too bad
And
if
then
we
the gate.
pull our tokens
does-
on so we can see too.
Yes, I will try and keep you guys in a blob.
Just out of character, does anyone really quickly remember this guy's name?
What guy's name?
The guy.
Shago.
Shago.
I'm looking for someone. Only he can help me. What's his name?
Well, I'm not sure how much help we can be, really. I mean, we can send you somewhat of safety. I mean, we have guest quarters. They're not the nicest or the prettiest. This is a military installation, you see. We're not used to travelers.
I heard tale of a man who lives here, goes by the name of Shago. I heard that he specializes in fighting undead. I was just hoping maybe you could point me in his general direction. I think he may be my only hope of saving.
Specializing in fighting undead, I don't know about that. I mean, he leads a lot of parties against them, but I wouldn't say it's a specialty of his. I do not think he's in the force currently. I believe he's expected in another day or two.
See, I don't know if specialty would. I heard tales. I heard that if you ever need help fighting undead, Shago's.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that in
That's
his
something.
own ideas, but I can't help you with fighting him currently. Sorry.
I think you. I
May
think you
I
need to
stay
start
in the fort?
looking and asking.
How do we not look suspicious, guys? Let's walk in the front door and ask about the dude we're about to assassinate.
Nice plan, bro.
It's a plan, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate.
Get off my keyboard.
I'm not suspiciously asking for anything. I'm just praising it.
Well, there's the guest quarters over there, and he points out to the direction of. Let me find them. Sorry. Oh God. He points to the large Bailey building. Actually, apparently.
I don't really see meaning in the building. I see the
Yes, you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't.
but
It's the big building in the center of the fort. You can't miss it. It's the Bailey.
I'm just guessing it's this one with the biggest door.
Yes, that is the entrance to it anyway. And he points you off in that direction.
Well, I will say thank you. So that I'm gonna go rest and recover. If he doesn't stop me, I will just walk to the guest quarters.
Doesn't stop you. For a military quote unquote base, it doesn't seem the most populated. or at least you don't see regular guard patrols beyond the wall too much, and everyone seems to have gone to bed or sleep or doing nightly duties. As you pass through the Inner Bailey area, the ground's well trampled, as if it's almost a form of makeshift parade grounds. And coming to the Bailey itself, where you are greeted by a couple of guards. Just give me a second to actually pull you guys to it. There. And then I just gotta find it. Am I able to set everyone to be able to see a token?
I don't know. I don't do too much with the darkness.
I'm going to add everyone onto the Theodore Esquire. Just don't fuck around with it because it's Greg's. But so you guys can have vision in situations like this. Does everyone have vision?
Nope.
No?
No, we don't see anything. You may not have set the map right, though. Because don't you have to do something to the map, too? So we can see it.
As well, I'm pretty sure. There.
Mm-hmm.
Now people see?
Yep, I can see.
Nope, I can't.
Really? It's your fucking
Oh,
turn.
yes, I can now.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
So this is the guest quarters? Well,
No.
that-
You will be greeted by guards shortly. Just stay by the front door.
He creeps forward.
I mean, if you wanted to be sneaky, you had your chance outside. But there are also two guards inside this building here. They greet you at the door.
Hello, guards.
They can sit there. Yeah. Who are you? Where did you come from?
I am Joseph.
You see
That-
them quickly reaching for their weapons, not quite drawing them.
The guard at the front went this way and said it was the guest quarters.
The guest quarters. Who are you to be allowed into the guest quarters?
Just the guy that had his friends and ambushed in the jungle. I don't know. He told me to come here. The guy at the front said I could. I don't know.
He draws his sword and holds it out to you. And, oh, unless it's one of the newest gods I've never heard of, no one should be allowed to just wander into the Bailey like this.
sorry. I'm new to Jolt.
New to Jolt or new to life in general? Because it can be a short stay either way if you continue like this.
Uh,
How you ever aspire?
did I mention I got fired?
Remember, you gotta play up that you're looking for Shago, that he can help you. That you're just running through the woods. The rest of your party has been attacked, and for all you know, killed. So you've got to find like this specific guy to help, because you know you can pay him or whatever, and you've heard his name from somewhere. And you know he's a
Yeah,
guide.
what is it?
Yeah, but I'm not here.
Exactly what Grimcard said, but yeah.
In my own words.
I mean, I only say that because I don't really want to just repeat what you've just said.
Right, fair.
Yes.
Well, like we did in high school, and just do it in his words, but in your own words, like change like what to where or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not copywriting.
Regardless, the Bailey is not a place for the common folk and the rabble that just come wandering through here. You might be better looking at the stables until you can attain proper audience with someone.
Maybe I may have been meant to go to the stable. I may have place.
Oh, you're gonna get yourself lynched, Bar.
Try to get one of them.
Can you point me to the stables?
I'll give you the first clue and the only one that you get that way, and he points to the door right next to you.
Okay.
Nice.
So where are you going next?
Well, let's check this building. That's just a roof.
It's just a roof.
It's just a roof. There is no building here. Is that the stable stuff?
No, it does not appear to be the stables. Give me a second.
Sleep by the barrel.
You can spend... The stables would appear to have been this building here that you're just north of. This one. And can everyone still see when I move?
No, we can
This
see
was-
from like our
Find my way
tokens,
to
I'm
the
guessing.
stables.
Well, move yourselves around the map, explore. It's not like you can go in anywhere, really.
Or stealing stuff.
I make my way to the stable roof. There's a person on the roof.
Yes, there is actually a few. One
few people
horse
on the roof.
master who is sleeping in the loft. Not that you can see them currently, but you'd guess that there was a person around, and if you spend more than a minute looking around, you'd find them. And there was also 2 riding horses and 5 stocky war horses.
Horses, you say? Those are expensive.
Don't steal the horses.
Now you've said it, he's gonna go and he's gonna do it now.
Of course.
That's actually not a terrible
In all
idea.
In all fairness, I was already planning on dying.
I mean, by this point, you are like utterly exhausted. The dirty hay is looking rather appealing as a bed at the moment. It's more of a question of, do you want to stay up for the entire night, or do you want to just go to sleep, or do you want to wake the sleeping figure?
Was there hay bales outside?
I mean, you could Probably for what?
For sleeping on.
This
I mean,
dude
yeah, you
taking a
could-
nap.
You could find something like that, yeah.
Do you really think I'm going to steal a hay bale?
Yes. Yes, I do. You said
Only after I've
correct.
stolen the horse. I need to steal
Exactly.
something to feed it with. I would probably avoid waking them up and just lie down on a hay bale outside, maybe.
Look up at the stars. At least it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
As the skies open up with rain. But yes, you spend a couple of very uncomfortable, almost cold hours asleep until you're woken up at the crack of dawn by trumpets of morning military routines being started and the footsteps. Yes. Sorry, I've just got something. Give me a sec.
Did I get at least 4 hours of sleep?
I think he just had to go real quick.
That was just Greg saying that he's got to step away now. He's got some house cleaning and shit to do.
Ah.
But yes, we are.
But did I get 4 hours of sleep?
I mean, I'll say yes, but not in a way that would recover the exhaustion. Like you can get your spell slots and health and anything like that, any class resources and stuff, but the exhaustion remains. I know, trust me, I'm not doing it purposefully to cuck you, but at the same time, like, yeah, you spent a lot longer yesterday than you thought you were going to.
But I don't actually need to sleep.
I know. But your body still needs rest and everything as well. Like, it goes beyond the actual tiredness aspect. It's the actual fatigue as well of the exhaustion.
Yeah, you
That's
still get
alright.
exhaustion unless your race specifically says you don't get exhaustion.
Yeah. So I'm saying, like, it is still a long rest. It's just the exhaustion level doesn't go away. That requires, extra time spent resting or extramarital resting, like magic or something, magical resting or potions or something like that, invigoration potions or something.
Could be worse. You didn't just spend the night outside attempting to set an ambush in the rain.
Yeah. They've been trying to set an ambush, and at some point Victor's going to try and get in one of those holes. Which I just think is a great idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that a movie if Victor gets into some of those holes.
To be
But,
fair, if
it
we
is-
put him in there,
Sorry.
we can't light it on fire.
No,
Yeah.
but it is the
Oh, we
crack of
weren't putting
dawn.
the oil in anyway, though. What?
It is the crack of dawn, and the fort is starting to wake up now. You do stand out quite a bit. People are looking and wondering who the Stark Elf is that's kind of just been passed out on some hay outside the stables. But no one's approached you as of yet.
I mean, I know I have been sleeping. I do need to find my friend. I'll just say to everyone, does anyone know where I might be able to find?
Shago.
Shit, I'm really bad at this.
Shago.
I'm really bad at this. Does anyone know where I might be able to find Shaco?
Just on a side note, it might be a better idea not to go around being like, hey, I need this guy in particular that no one's ever gonna see again.
Right.
Hey.
I know it might not be,
But
but
You could just look for a guide.
really
Yeah.
have much of it. Yeah, Fine.
Surely there wouldn't be that many there. And if there are, you can just sort of like, you don't like him, trying to, I'm not going to be able to work with that guy type thing, so you don't.
Well, if
yeah,
you ask around, are you looking for Shago in particular or just a guide?
guides.
You get told
Oh,
that
ask for
there are
guides.
2 guides in the fort at the moment, a gladiator and a pair of guides. You can get directed to one of them, but not both groups, essentially. I mean, you could spend the day and go see both groups, but you can't, like, get any more information on who they are or what they are.
Ask direct to the gladiator.
Okay. You're told that he will be back in the afternoon, but you'll be able to find him in the hall, which is... Where is it? In the Bailey again.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. But he was actually expecting you. You do get words sent via the various people you talk to.
Do we get words in? So, I am sort of just waiting until the afternoon.
Yeah. Is there anyone that you might want to see at the fort in the meantime?
I don't really
You might
know
have information
anyone.
or know people that buy and sell stuff or anything. No? No. The thing that you've bugged me about every single session in the
I thought
city
you said
where
it
you
was in
don't
a
have
different fort.
No, even this one.
Yeah, if he's in this fort, I'll definitely go and try and find my mate. I thought he was in a different fort. I thought he was in a different place. Like, I thought he was the other way from port, not this way.
You spent 3 sessions. 3 sessions. Can I find my contact? Or my criminal contact? It's in another land.
I mean, you probably don't want to throw the word around, but Rookie?
I mean, yes, you can find him easy enough, and he's a fence, but he would also know information and going-ons in the fort and everything. So, assuming you don't have much to sell, what would you like to ask him? This is via various notes and dead drops and everything. You're not having a face-to-face discussion with him. But it'd take most of the afternoon before you're meeting with this gladiator guide.
Well, I sort of want to touch up on him about if he got my pigeon.
He would have.
About the... Did he have any information about pirates?
He tells you that it's a lot easier to tell you now that you're a bit closer and not having to send, week-long birds.
Pigeons.
Yeah, between towns and cities and everything. He tells you that they spend a lot of time in the main inlets to the Bay of Chult. So if you wanted to track them down somehow, looking around the coves and the I forget the word for like small
Bay?
beach. Yeah, the bays and coves and everything, but The ones not in the actual Bay of Chalk, but just outside of it, up to the north, past Bellurian and everything like that, and also on the other side of the Cape, on the Port Nyanzaru side of the Bay of Chalk. They don't tend to travel far from land themselves, like they don't go halfway to the Sword Coast or anything like that. They stick around the Chult areas. He could mark out maybe one location. Give me a persuasion roll, actually.
Give you a persuasion roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I can do that. I can roll any
Probably
dice.
the wrong roll, but doesn't matter.
I can roll any dice.
Yeah, well, with that he certainly can. Even with the disadvantage, it's basically the same. He marks out.
Yeah.
I will just pull you. He marks out on some charts and graphs that he has that if you spent some time cross-referencing your map, would mark out this bay here as one of the possible locations.
I am not on the right map, but what's the bay called?
It doesn't have a name on the map, and
Ah.
it's unnamed. But oh no, sorry,
Is it that one bay that doesn't have a name?
No, I didn't pull you guys onto.
It's now called Roland's Bay. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
There. That one. Oh wait,
This bottom one.
bottom. Here we go.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
where I showed up on the map.
Yeah. Player's map of Chol. Are you on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just taking a minute to load.
Ah, yes. All of the blocks.
All of them.
This one, if anyone can see that.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you that you're likely to find at least one of the captains there. I will make a small mark on it for you.
I haven't actually stolen much stuff yet, so I don't need a fence right this second.
He's fine with that and tells you to come use his services whenever or if ever you need to.
But I can still use them as like a legitimate trader too, can't I? And if I was going to do that, would I not even need to go through the dead drops?
I mean, he doesn't tend to deal in legitimate trade and things like that. He would deal with stolen goods. Like, there's a reason you tend to deal with stolen goods because you don't agree with taxes or something like that. He's not about to have a side business that gets taxed just as hard as ever anyway. But
You mean
if
a front?
yeah, if you wanted to do shopping and stuff here, it's at a third of the price. Not a third, plus a third of the price that you'd find in the player's handbook. Only
pretty poor.
Yeah, and it'd only be miscellaneous adventure items anyway, like food and rations and stuff like that. But assuming you have that sorted.
Yeah, at the moment the only info I want nothing is the pirates.
Well, it gives you what he has.
Yeah.
And then I assume you go back to the Bailey?
Yeah, but I'm going to wait outside this time.
Yes, and we will continue it in about 5 minutes if people want to make coffees or anything.
No.
I shall be back in 5.
Yep.
I just need a drink and a smoke.
Uh-huh.
I might go try and roll real quick.
What's that, man? Yo, Gypsy.
I'm back.
Yo, Gyps. I have to run over to warehouse for Wolf.
Okay. Will you be back, or do we need to call it for now? You there?
You had to go like right then.
I don't know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I do have to run over like right now, but I can probably jump back on in like 15, 20.
Oh, that's all good then.
Unless Tori can just wait. Just let me try to talk to her.
No, it's all good. As long as you're coming back, or otherwise we'll just call it for the day.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Sweet. We'll catch you soon then.
Yep.
Is Fraser back? Because we're still mainly just dealing with him at the moment anyway.
Yeah, hard.
I do gotta say, I think Wolfred is like the most badass name for a kid I've ever heard before.
Shot, bro.
What's the most badass name for a kid?
Wolfred.
Yeah. I am back.
Alright. Well, you are greeted by what you think is a different guard. He doesn't react untowards to you, but not to sound too racist or anything, but a lot of the Choltons seem to look very similar to you. But you welcomed in and asked what's your business for being here.
I believe did I arrange a meeting? I tried to get word to someone that I was trying to find a guide.
Ah, so you will be here to speak with Shargo then?
Yes. I was told that a message had gone.
Yes,
It was known that I was looking.
I believe he is expecting somebody. Give me one moment and I shall retrieve him if you wish to go wait in the hall. And he points out this room to the south here.
Thank you. I shall do. I believe there's benches in.
Yes.
I'll sit on it.
Can you see Liara there?
What's that?
Can you see a token there? No?
No, just me.
That is fine. I've just got to find the Shargo token now. And walks in after a few moments quite a large man. He's not fat large, he's bulky, he's basically pure muscle. He has quite a distinct air of, you'd almost call it, authority about him, and you can tell his presence well known in any room he walks into. Yes, you are.
I am. Oh shit! I don't know if to tell him my real name. Fuck it. I am Roland.
Oh,
Me and my friends, we were in the jungle, and then a group of Bateri attacked, and yeah, we were handling ourselves, but then undead showed up. I don't know how many, but a lot of zombies came, and we were overpowered. I ran, try and get help. I hope I can. I'm hoping that we can find them.
well, it would be understandable that you might run from the undead. They are quite scary sometimes, I guess, for the lesser men. But your friends, if they've not made it here, they are likely dead. You know this, right?
Yes, I do know this, but I'd like to at least try and recover their bodies.
Oh, I don't know. The recovery isn't really my business, but how far away was this, do you say, from the fort?
About a half a day's travel. About a day. It took me longer to get back than it did there. I was flustered though. I was running. I was tripping over everything. I got lost. I will admit I was not man enough to stare down a zombie and fight.
noticing the state of your clothes. Yes, it would appear so. It's troubling that they should be this close to the fort. We barely staved them off last time. Give me a moment to consult with the commander of the Flaming Fist. He leaves the room
Please take whatever time you need.
for a while, probably 10-15 minutes, and long enough that you're probably starting to think whether he might even come back or not. But after some time, he does, with another person in tow. No, the angry clicking.
Sorry.
It is okay. I've just got to pull up a sheet too. Wait, no, let's go here. So, in walking behind Shago is quite a defined lady. She's very militarized and walks basically at attention at all times. She's wearing very, very uncommonly, as you've started noticing around shop, but she's wearing heavy armor, steel plates studded over the leather. And she says, "So, you're the one who says that there are undead encroaching on the fort."
Yes. There was a group of zombies that attacked me and my friends. I ran away. They were about a half a day's travel away.
Well, this is disconcerting to say the least. Though I'm loath to take the word of one rather bedraggled, unkempt vagrant. I, at the same time, have the fort's safety and the citizens here to consider. I cannot spare my own guard or my manpower, as we're stretched thin, as is the constant attacks from the forest and the undead themselves, the patrols we need to put out against them that rarely come back unscathed. It's almost too much sometimes. Shago is willing to come with you, but he is still young and foolhardy. Shago looks not upset at this, but slightly annoyed. Foolhardy, that's... I can handle myself out there. You know this. Liara turns to him and says, "That may be so, Shago, but your mother, she would be very upset if you were not to return at some point." Shago, I see why you don't like this, Grim.
Oh yeah.
Talking between two
Doing
of
both
the same
sides of it,
characters.
yeah, it's real tough.
Shago, sorry. Turns, "Yes, but my mother is not here. I am. My mother cares not for the undead and what they do to these lands, not to the extent that I do. You cannot stop me, Laura. I am going out. All that I ask is that you send some men with us to at least, give us a fighting chance. This could be a precursor to something much worse in the future."
I'm sorry. I just realized I unmuted myself to type.
That's great. Shago turns and leaves the room, almost in a half as Liara turns and looks at you and says, he's brash and does not think ahead sometimes, but he will help you find your friends. It's all that can be rarely done, I guess. I do hope that you make it back, and quickly too, especially if this is some kind of precursor to events that may happen. At the same time, I also pray that you were mistaken in what you saw, and that we do not see you again. And she turns and leaves the room as well. What are you doing?
I want to say thank you for the generosity to whoever's still around. And
No one.
damn it.
Shago's token's there, but you can't find him in this little hallway area. There's the two door guards. You can thank them.
See, but they don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, as far as they've seen Shago walk out looking pretty upset, and then they've seen her walk out, I mean, not to say coldly, but, almost unemotionlessly, and then you've walked out just like, huh, okay then.
Where did everyone go? I honestly have no idea. If they're not out here, I don't know if I wait for them or if I leave, or I don't know if I'm overstaying my welcome. I really don't know how things go here.
Yes, well, you're still left standing in the hallway like, what do I do? The guards are kind of watching you. They're not, uneasy or anything by your presence, but they're certainly questioning who you are and what you're doing and why you're just standing there.
Can I turn to the guard and be like, Shago said he would help me, and then he just left. Dude, should I just wait here? Should I wait outside? Is there something I'm meant to be doing? I don't know how.
Well, Shago went out to the courtyard. I don't know if you're meant to be meeting him or what, but he went that way. I'm not going to kick you out unless you cause a disturbance, but at the same time, don't dally around wasting everyone's time.
When you say he went that way, did he go outside?
Yes. He points out the
Okay.
door to the courtyard outside.
I believe I may have to follow him.
Maybe.
Yeah, I shall leave. Thank you for telling me this.
And you walk outside, and sure enough, Shago's there, almost looking like he's waiting for you. There you are. So, where and what direction did your friends befall these terrible times?
I don't think I actually know which direction on the map we went, but I would point in the direction we went. I don't think we discussed where on the map we would have actually went.
No, you did not. And that's going to be a thing, isn't it? Well,
It's going to be a thing. Do I not know? Is that the thing?
do you know? Did you have any kind of markers set or laid or anything? You went slapping off into the jungle without even knowing your way back. I don't think you're sure of where the ambush is. And then there's also the fact that at no point were you guys like, oh yeah, so I'll bring him here at this time so you guys can be ready. So like, these guys might just be chilling out in the middle of camp as you guys come up expecting like, death.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I was expecting him to be there, you grabbing him, bringing him right there. So, I've probably been like, and I would have suggested to everyone else that we like be in a state of readiness. So we're probably tired as fuck.
I mean, I assume like once it got to evening and late night and stuff, you guys would have set up a camp and stuff and assumed that he wouldn't have been coming back. I'm not gonna expect that. I'll deal with your roles and everything for the night or nights that he's away, but when we switch back to you guys. But yeah, I'm not expecting you guys to be playing dead for 48 hours.
Stick to the role.
In all fairness, there would be some sort of indication of where I came from because of all the mess I left behind me, tripping over all the routes.
That is something that you can consider. You don't fully know the way. You know the general direction you came from. You know that you left a massive path behind you as you marauded your way through the forest. I mean, there's fully something you'd hope that he had some form of tracking experience and everything.
Yeah. So, well, I would at least start off by pointing in the general direction that we went.
Yep, and I was going to say for that we can basically say that, he's willing and ready to come with you. It's not meant to be the main focal point of the session, even though it has turned into it. And so the next bit we'll do would actually be jumping back to the other group, though. So we'll give Victor a couple more minutes and see what happens.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna grab some more water. Which I
yes,
should have
go,
done earlier, but
go ahead. If Victor takes too long, we might just call it there for today and sort it all next week. Which, if that happens, I'm sorry, Grim. It has been boring for you guys. We will make sure that Roland does nothing next week. You're not allowed.
He just spins around and fucking murders me.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting a free guide to go save your friends. Like, he's just doing it out of the fact that you said that there's undead out there. I didn't even make you roll a persuasion or anything.
Yeah.
So who knows what might happen.
Now that other chick said mother, though, I'm vaguely thinking that the merchant prince that set us out to kill him is the merchant prince that's he related to, and that's actually his mother.
Maybe, maybe not.
Who knows?
Maybe you're about to start a civil war within Nyanzaru by killing another merchant prince's son.
Alright.
We're just talking about civil war and how you guys might be starting one. Hey, we came to save the world from this death curse. Let's start a civil war.
No.
No. Civil war's just how you solve the death curse.
See, what happened was, like, there were more undead than he thought. And while he rescued us, we went back, but he's so headstrong, he went on deeper into the jungle. And then, you know what sort of happens.
You just make sure Roland never shows his face ever again, or his name.
That's right, yeah. We used his name.
He's now used 2 names, one of them fake, because he didn't give his real name to the guard at night time either.
You just have to use a different name every single time.
And then act like you're bipolar or something. Or schizophrenic.
No, I'm just gonna act like I don't actually remember my name. I don't know. I just keep saying things like people just want something to call you by. I don't actually know my name. I'm sorry for giving out so
Literally
many.
introduce yourself as something different every single time. And by a disguise kit. I mean, it could have went a lot worse, to be fair.
Really could have.
So what's happening?
Oh, Victor's back. Well, actually, we were about to swap back over to you guys.
Oh, cool. I'm in a hole.
Well, we've got
Here's
to address that because insofar, Fraser's been, or Roland has been gone for about 36 hours.
Oh god, so I've been sitting in a hole for 36 fucking hours?
Yeah, well, like I was saying to
Apparently.
Grim, it's not like I expect you guys to have been in a state of combat readiness for this entire time, but
Okay,
it's
so-
also a factor of you're unsure of when he's going to turn up. You don't know when or how prepared you'll be, and yes, if you wish to enact any plans or anything like that. So,
How did it go with Roland in the end? Like, so will he definitely be bringing the guy back and shit? Like,
He's
is our
bringing him
plan?
back.
you guys
Technically,
don't know.
you don't know.
Yeah, you guys don't know anything. As far as you know, Roland just fucking headed out by himself yesterday, or, headed out by himself and was like, yeah, I'll be back with Shago, hopefully. And you guys are waiting for him to turn back up.
All right then.
He instantaneously got lost, though. Let's not forget that. So, first things first, for the night, give me... we can either do... You guys can sort out a watch with everyone minus Roland, and we can do perception rolls as normal, or we can do one of you guys give me a perception roll, take it with advantage, and that covers everyone.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think we have better chances doing one perception roll with advantage.
Yeah.
I can guidance myself on that on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, so can.
But at the same time, who's to say events that happen will be negative?
Well, sure. I mean, there's all those leprechauns with pots of gold walking around the forest, right?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And all those Tyrannosaurus Rexes as well.
Made of cake.
But no, yes, if you want to give me...
Is that alright with everybody?
My opinion doesn't matter.
I take your silence as yes.
Nope.
Alright, so perception. Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
plus the guidance.
Well,
it's 13.
Good news.
Can
Good
we
news
get a
and bad
second
news.
guidance?
Good news and
Can we
bad
get a
news.
second guidance?
You've got good news and bad news. Good news is nothing happened. Bad news is you're not sure if that's because nothing happened or if you just didn't see anything happening.
Fair enough.
We will find out later. You guys spend
Really?
the day waiting, and is there anything you'd like to do for the day, preparing or making sure you're got ways to be alarmed of when things are coming or anything like that?
Well, like, if we've got time, I really want to go over the area and make sure there's few tracks of us, like, working, you know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
if you're working, chances are there'd be some visible
Oh
signs
yeah,
of it.
and with you guys, like, you've built punji pungy pits and everything. There's branches chopped down all over the place. And
Yeah,
everything.
I
So
wanna-
you would have to spend specialized time. So give me a survival roll then.
With guidance, of course.
Yep. No, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah.
That's pretty survivally.
Yeah. As far as anyone could tell, it's been natural things that have been happening in the area. I mean, short of someone coming along with a greater survival roll than that, being able to see it, or a perception roll greater than that, like you'd be able to be pretty confident in saying that it should be more or less
Right.
indiscernible that there's been work done in the area, barring the pits, as those were a separate roll, but those were still pretty covered themselves. But there's nothing anyone else would really be doing, no spells or anything anyone would prepare.
Not for
I'll
me.
I'll have a look at Greg. I don't think he'll have anything really.
Yeah, well, the squire. What's the squire doing?
I mean, he's a general workhorse. You can give him a minor command, and as long as it's not slit your wrists and hang yourself, he'll do it. Like,
Okay.
he's not going to kill himself, but at the same time, if his knight is telling him to do something, he's obligated to do it.
Command Sudoku.
If you're thinking about making him be the one to climb into the pit, then that would be left up to Greg.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah.
My only thing was more along the lines of what Grim said, just like make sure it looks all natural and like make sure there's no charcoal, like looks like we've been camping there or anything. I don't know, but yeah, just wait until I need to get in the hole.
In that case, who would be taking the quote-unquote first watch of the second night?
Actually, I was gonna say, could we make the squire take like point or something? Hide somewhere so we know if they're coming or not. Know when they're coming, so we're all ready. So it doesn't catch us unawares.
You could assign him to like a, I guess, patrolling guard thing, but there's also the fact that he's not exactly geared for stealth. So
better to do one of the guides for that.
Yeah, and they're more than happy to do a flask of wine.
About those two.
Yeah.
Flask of wine. We'll chuck that out. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's a ghost.
He disappears, and he says he'll go keep a good eye out for when they're coming.
Just hear that from the shadows.
Yeah, basically. And then late into the second night, like pretty late, nearing on midnight, flask of wine comes back and comes to River and whispers something in her ear, and she turns to the rest of you and says, "Well, if you wish to prepare or get ready, it seems like they might be coming. And in the meantime, Fraser, give me a survival roll."
Woohoo! I love these.
Also, for the record, we're still back on the fort map.
Oh, I sorry.
Yeah.
That is my bad. I'm moving this now.
Surviving.
So yeah, well, you manage to give enough of direction and everything that you don't get super lost again.
Yeah.
He doesn't have fucking. It's annoying. What does perception fall under again?
What's that?
What do you mean?
For its stat
It's wisdom.
wisdom.
Perception.
Ah, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. Worked well for you guys.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope
You
that's
might need it.
for what it is.
So,
yeah.
This is your last opportunity to enact any plans you might have. I assume Greg would be hiding behind some form of tree or something. Did you want them coming down from the northeast corner?
Oh, I had envisioned them coming from the south, but we can just as easily
From the
do
south? Yeah, no, the south.
I was thinking maybe we were coming from where my token is.
Yep, that was the next thing that I was going to say. If that was the other option, Shago is coming with you. I'll put in there. So
I
are you
would-
clambering into the pit,
Sorry, what's
Victor?
that?
What was that?
Are you trying to get into the pit?
Yeah, I've crambled down into the pit, and I've, talked to my familiar, and he knows that he's got to make.
Give me a dexterity save.
Oh no.
Guidance.
Quick guidance.
Give me the guidance before his dexterity. Because he needs it.
Is that a guidance save? Did the guidance save him?
First things that happens is the roofing of the pit that you're trying to climb into basically completely collapses in before you, but it does manage to cushion your fall enough that you only take 3 damage.
Okay.
As you kind of land a bit heavily, but you manage to, whether it's the falling branches have covered or knocked over the spikes, or you got lucky and landed between the spikes, you didn't get punctured or majorly hurt by
Just
any
some
of them.
Grazes and stuff.
Yeah, but you're at the bottom of the pit now.
Sure am. Well, I guess it's just out of character. It's sort of how it's going to make it look like. Because I'm going to look like I'm in pain. I'm going to have scratches and shit. It's going to look a bit more real. And then with the angry snake in there.
Just
It may also look a bit more like there's a pit there.
yeah.
No,
saying.
but we can make it. Can I be like in character? Can I be like to all you guys before he comes up? Oh no, fuck! I don't know.
Well, don't forget, 3 HP was probably also like half of your health.
Yeah.
This may have been a terrible idea.
Not gonna lie, when I heard the Punju pit idea, I was like, I wonder if they're going to. And then Victor was like, I can climb in the pit. I was like, they're going to. And I'm gonna have to hit them with it. But no, Roland, you and Shago are coming along. He's been kind of not exactly leading the way because you still have the main set of directions, but he's been kind of pathfinding and wayfinding your guys' way between the routes and everything like that. And unless you stop him, he's going to continue on, and I'd assume
Yeah.
you keep in
I'd
somewhat
be-
pace with him.
Yeah.
Can-
When would I start to see the battery bodies?
You would be able to see them at your night vision, because I assume the others don't have lights and stuff with them.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
think
have
you've got
120 feet of dark
Oh
vision.
yeah, so
anyway.
you can see the battery bodies and everything like that. Shago cannot. He's working by torchlight, so around him would be a 30 to 60 foot 30 bright, 60 dim. So he's just starting to see the shapes on the ground between the trees and the roots.
I would say these are the Pateri. This is the last place I saw them, and then start heading towards.
Well, this certainly does look like a battle. Careful, friend. There are traps up ahead. Look, a pit in the center there.
There is. I'm glad I didn't fall in that earlier. I was running away like mad.
That could have been quite bad for you, yes.
I'll go slightly get closer to the pit. And
Is it too late to go on the fray?
No, we're just... I will give you a quick second now to move your 2 tokens to reposition yourself.
This guy's in the tree there. He's got a crossbow and he's just going to stay from afar.
Yeah, do you want to roll it? Actually, yes. Who is hiding? Because I'm not counting Vadim in that because he's down a dark pit, but Riod is kind of just standing out in the open.
Well, my plan was to be laying down amongst the bodies.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we can just default as that. And at first glance, he doesn't seem suspicious of any bodies unmoving on the ground. Do you see your friend's bodies here? There's a few non-goblins.
I think that body over there might be one of my friends. But I'm really surprised we didn't fall into these pits.
Pits? What do you mean pits? I only see one.
Worst spot.
Oh my god! Oh, yep.
I'd be like, what? Can't you see it? It's obvious over there. There's another one. That patch of grass isn't grass. It's just foliage and sticks. That has to be another one.
Are you pointing out this here?
No, I'm pointing out this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. Give me a second. Let's see if he sees the other one. Yeah, there's another one here too. And sure enough, he points out.
It's a pit. I was very surprised we didn't fall in. But maybe we did. That's another one of my friends down there.
Yeah. I'm just sort of look unconscious. I'm just shaking my head around and shit. And I sort of raise up, and I'm like,
Hey,
Roland.
you're alive? You're alive? Did you fall in the pit? Did the zombies pass you over?
I was thrown in, and then my snake starts hissing at me and shit. Starts coming for me, and I start screaming, like, Roland! It's a snake! It's in the pit!
Hold up.
We need to help him. We need to help him.
Wait a sec, what happened? My internet cut out for a second.
I got closer to the pit, and I was like, oh, there's one of my friends in there. And then he pretended to wake up, and I was like, oh my god, we've got to help him. Because the snake started to attack him.
Or do you have rope?
I do have rope.
Oh, you might want to chuck him a rope and help him out then, won't you?
Throw the rope. Is he close to the pit?
I mean, he's looking down into the pit. If you wanted to try and give him a shove, you probably could.
Just
If like I'm just saying, if I yell out now,
Don't yell out now. Push first.
Will the guy in the pit know to pull him in as I'm pushing?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I'll be like, you look nice.
Maybe not yell, but if I give him the rope to try and can I give the guide the rope to try and pull him out, and somewhat try and signal the guy in the pit.
Give me a quick persuasion roll.
A persuasion roll.
guidance on this one.
You can't do it on that one. For then he would probably he'd be giving you a hand and everything.
So I sort of need, sort of trying to signal to the person in the pit as well that they need to tug on the rope when I'm pushing, to pull them in.
Okay then. Oh, for a start, we shall do initiative.
Do you want one
Initiative
from
roll?
everybody or just?
Yeah, we'll do it for everyone because we're working off of Roland basically shouting now. So unless someone wants to do something before that point,
I'm trying to not shout now. That's why I'm trying to signal, just to pull on the rope, because it's going to be obvious when I'm pushing.
at the same time, in character, you guys did absolutely no actual planning to the ambush itself. So I'm only going to allow so much out of character planning for it before it gets a bit too meta.
You gotta select your token before you hit the button, or it doesn't put it on there. You gotta highlight it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Nothing I will change.
Like such.
How do we roll initiative?
On your character sheet, hit the initiative button. It is in the middle towards the top
Just make sure your
on the
character
core
sheet,
section.
character token is selected. Sorry.
Right under like all your name and class and race.
Got it.
I think you had your token selected.
Yeah, I think that looks right. Wait. Order it. Yes, so you would basically be able to pull out your plan. So
Did
it's, whether it's a signal or shouting out now or a mix of both, you managed to give this at a disadvantage. So 12. So you managed to topple him in, and pretty much the exact same that happened to Vadim happens to Shago. The branches and everything at the bottom seem to almost soften his fall by quite a bit. But he does topple into the pit, and it is Flask of Wine's turn first, who cannot really do all that much. So they will join you guys near the edge of the pit, I guess. It's Roland's turn.
that is my turn?
Yes.
Well.
Pit's about 10
Phew.
feet deep. Q. 17
Pew.
does hit. Does that include the sneak attack? Can that be put on range? Can't.
Yeah, because he's in range.
All good then. So that is
And sneak attacks can be done on ranged weapons.
ah fuck. Is that your turn?
Yeah, don't really have a big bonus action I can do at the moment.
Yeah,
Who's in the hole?
Vadim.
that would be me. Yeah.
Now we can't set him on fire.
Will also come up to the hole, and this just feels really sad. I hope he doesn't get right.
Pew pew.
Especially because pew. That roll 2, yes it did. Both of which miss, actually.
No advantage imposed yet?
Riyadh. Well, no, not really, because he's on a different plane to you guys.
Fair enough.
I am going to see if I waste this spell. I don't really want to get my hands too dirty, if at all possible. But we're going to do... what is Fairy Fire? But with bees.
It's bees.
He's hopefully going to be illuminated by ghostly bees flying around. It's a dexterity
Bees.
saving throw against 14.
Pull him up.
Oh!
Yeah, he saves.
Yeah, that's why it's
Saves.
not the best spell.
And Theodore. Theodore.
Around here.
Hi. I've been just
Well,
saying,
Ugh.
I would have really focused on getting the half-health wizard out of the pit with the angry
He's
gladiator
a
man.
wizard?
Yeah, that's why I moved back to the top rope.
I thought you were a fighter, dude.
There's already a rope hanging out of the pit.
Yeah. Oh, you know, he's just gonna take a shot with his longbow.
Oh, no.
We probably should say this.
Oh, that's a hit.
Is it?
8 damage.
Slams it straight through his.
Jacob gives quite angry yell. He seems pretty upset at the very apparent, very quick turn of events.
Who's the
And-
merchant prince?
What was that? What was that? No? Okay, well,
Oh.
well he whacks his spear at you.
Ow.
No, that Roland, not
Ah.
Vadim.
Oh, God.
What's your HP at, bro?
That probably just fucking ruined him. You there, Fraser?
Yeah,
Yeah, that attack was at you.
that attack was at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm re-rolling her character.
Well, I didn't go -10, so
Oh, okay.
it's not insta dead.
But you are. You have.
I am
two
unconscious.
days. Yeah.
Just hold on to the spear.
Well, good thing is that he doesn't have his spear on him anymore.
Here's hoping.
But yes, as Roland slumps to the ground with this javelin just protruding from his
Rump.
chest, it comes to Vadim's turn.
Can I use guidance on myself?
Yeah, I believe you can. But you have to wait till your turn, obviously.
I was planning on shielding myself, but I think everybody sort of one-outsed him, so I'm just gonna shoot him with a fireball. How do I shoot him? Do I have to roll?
You should have it set up.
Make it range spell attack.
Yeah. Just click the firebolt on your character sheet. Yep, like that. And that is a miss.
Yeah.
Because 12 is not good enough.
I'm like 3 feet in front of him. How do I?
Yep. Welcome to magic.
He's very dodgy.
You still have a bonus action though, and you can climb. You can try and climb out of the pit if you want to give me a dexterity roll.
Yeah, I'll try scramble out.
Scrambling out of the pit's a better idea than staying in the pit with the angry gladiator.
Who doesn't have a spare anymore?
You managed to get to the outside of the pit. You guys made the pits pretty well. That's why it takes most of that 20 to get you out. It'd take at least 20 feet of movement, so I'll give you 10 feet left. But you have him stuck as a fish in the barrel now. Can you get out before he gets out? Or get him before he gets out.
Can I hit him again, or?
No, you've got 10 feet of movement and a bonus action left.
Bonus action. What's a bonus action?
Spells will sometimes say a bonus action and shit.
A bonus action to take the flasks of oil out of my backpack because I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that'd be great if you went on the other side of a 10-foot pit. But if there is nothing else, then it will be Jake's turn.
I know, right?
So what HP you on rolling at the moment?
-2.
Negative?
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Like, I think we need to kill the dude, though, before we
Yeah,
bring up
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you can focus
Got you.
on killing
Don't
him,
worry.
focus on killing him.
I'm going to heal you, right?
He's got a bonus action heal,
Yeah.
remember?
Ah,
So he can still do
So-
damage.
Oh,
Let's do it.
healing word. I'll activate the healing word.
And I heal from 0, not -2, right?
yeah.
Yes,
heal
you
from
only heal, like, you only need 1 point of hit points healed.
Healing word. And how does this work?
So roll a 1d4 and then add your spellcasting modifier.
I'll just click on the D4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that? 1-1. And where's this spell modifier to it?
In your character sheet. On your spells.
Yeah.
It'll be 3.
So 4 health.
Yes. Because you're level 1, so your proficiency bonus is 2. And your spell attack bonus is 5.
And
So
then
your
I'll
spell bonus is
use the cantrip guidance on myself for that spell that I just rolled as well.
You only have... guidance is like a skill. It doesn't
Yeah.
bump up numbers of damage or anything
Oh,
like
doesn't-
that.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just like a skill check.
And I've still got a bonus heal, yeah?
You've got a full action left, and your movement minus whatever you moved just then.
And I'll move to the pit. I'll look down and I'll cast Guiding Bolt.
That's a miss.
Cool. That sucks. Yeah, I'll let my two. Oh. Yeah, I'll let my two.
Flask of Wine's turn. He will do his 2 attacks, both of which miss. Roland, give us a death save.
He just
death
Oh wait, no,
save?
Yeah.
you don't need to. You're conscious again. Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah. In one turn, could I take out 2 flasks of oils and pour them into the pit? Like, just grab one with each hand and pour them down?
I mean, if you're using your base action, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And
I'll allow it. because it's not like it's potions that you're having to spend time drinking or something. You're basically pulling them out and then shattering the glass on the rock or something to spread it in the pit.
Okay, so if I used like my entire turn, how many could I shatter down there?
We'll say 3.
Okay.
Two for the main action, 1 for the bonus.
Okay, so yeah, I'd throw 3 into the pit.
Yep, so that's like
Then yell out, set it alight.
and then once I find the button, because my fucking energy drink hid the button. There. River Mist's turn. Set him alight. I don't think they have anything for that. Nah, so probably just fail their short bows again. Oh, 1 hit.
Does anyone got tinder boxes?
Fails. I
have a
got it.
fireball.
I got it. Yeah.
Sweet. Because I have 3 in case anyone needs one.
You have 3 tinder boxes.
No, 5. 5. I have 5.
Planning
Real
on starting a lot of fires.
I did get 7 flasks of oil.
Oh my god. Alright,
That's why
so
I
is
could
he
throw
covered
3.
with oil? Is the oil at his feet?
That would definitely be like at his feet and surrounding him. We will see.
I am definitely aiming for the oil at his feet then with this one.
Yeah, he wouldn't be. He wouldn't be soaked in it, but it'd be splashed over him as well.
Yeah. Ugh!
Wow, that was a fat miss. Give me a second just to roll that. Yeah, no, the burning inflammatory wasp that comes shooting out kind of hits the ground and buries in, and then puffs in a puff of smoke as apparently somehow you even missed all of the oil coating the ground and the spikes at the bottom. Can I just say, guys, this is great.
This is very good.
This could not have gone better.
This really couldn't
many
have. This-
natural ones getting thrown around.
You've still got a bonus action and a.
How did the
movement blow.
Vietnamese do this so easily?
Look, I mean, I'm just gonna move like out of the way a bit.
I'm done, guys. I'm just gonna go over here. Theodore's turn.
Is there so there's flammable liquid down there at the moment, yeah? And it hasn't
Yep.
been set alight.
Yep.
Alright, so so I can rummage through my equipment and I see some common clothes. I'm able to rip those apart, just tie them around the arrowhead of one of this guy's arrows, and then drench it in.
I mean, I'd say you could prepare something to act as a fire arrow, but it would take a turn, leaving you to fire it on your next turn. Or
Am I
like
the
you
only
could
person
get-
with tinder boxes?
probably.
I just
Another factor.
I should have handed some out.
Shoot him. We're just gonna shoot him again, see if we can get it.
Yeah, or the other
A knife
wizard
roll.
to light it on fire.
Boink.
Yep, that's a hit. Plus from.
It's because it's
The
correct.
crit on the
Forget the one.
advantage.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He's looking a little bit scratched up, but he's still
God.
very. He's angry and coming for you guys now. First thing he does is kind of scrabble, I guess, against the wall and try to get out.
It's now soaked in oil, so probably harder for him to get
Oh,
out. Damn
God.
it. Damn it.
Not with rolls like that. He has no movement, but he is out of the pit and looking angry and worse for wear. Ah. He would attack you again, Roland, because you're still right in front of him.
I understand that.
But
I did betray him.
in other news, though,
Yeah, boy, you're first.
he
You
doesn't
what?
actually have a spare on him. He has to retrieve
Yeah.
that.
It's
There's
lodged
He does.
inside you.
And I've got that.
Yeah, well, there is that. I'm just going to do the maths quickly.
Of how much damage him ripping the spear out is going to do.
Pretty much. Ouch. So these are at +7 to hit.
At +7 to hit.
Yeah. As he just belts at you with his fist. So, 16, 18,
they all hit.
and a hit.
They all hit.
Alright, so, because he's not actually a barbarian, which you're lucky for, it's only 1 damage per hit plus his strength, which is +4, so 15. So you're still pummeled to a fucking bloody pulp.
This time I do distance to die. That takes me to leg of 11.
Oh.
Well, for sake of not killing your character, then I will say
If it didn't,
towards Jake.
if it didn't, the first one would knock me out. The second one would be 2 failed saves. And the third one would be another 2
So
failed
you
saves.
left is that at me?
Yeah, so one of the hits is against... Oh, you say the first one hits knocks you out?
Yeah.
Then 2 hits against Jake. Because, yeah, he's not going to beat a dead body after he's already killed it once. So does a... First one would knock you out, so does a 18 and a definite hit you, Greg? No, 17, sorry.
Does armor class come into it?
No, 18. Yes, it's your AC. It's against your
I'm
AC.
18, yeah.
You're
I'm
18,
18.
so one of the hits you, so 5 damage.
No, that sucks.
As he just kind of lifts you off your feet a little bit with his punch. Kadeem's turn, though.
Oh my lord.
I feel so bad.
Can I try hit the oil in the pit with a fireball to try, catch it all on fire so that there's a fire pit in between me and him at least? And then can I also hit him with an arcane barrage, arcane missiles? Or is
Probably not, because that'd be 2 spells. If it's a bonus action and an action, then yes. But if they're both actions,
I can't find.
Do you by any chance have Mage Hand?
Nah, I don't have mage hand.
Mage Hand would help.
Yeah, Mage Hand would actually really help.
I just choose it, sadly.
Yeah, no, you could do Firebolt or Magic Missile.
I'm gonna try light the fire pit. So I'm gonna aim at the oil.
And it catches and lights. You now have a flaming pit between you, your unconscious teammate, your bloody paladin or cleric, and the angry gladiator.
Okay, bro.
Cool.
Cool.
Jake's turn. Unless the DM wants to move or use a bonus action.
I was just gonna move back from the burning pit a little bit because
That's fine. As long as it's no more than 3.
Can we get him back in the pit now the pit's burning?
Jake's turn.
My bad.
Circle of life.
But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to click that, but yeah, I was meant to use that on my last healing effect.
Oh, yeah, actually. So, I mean, I doubt it would have made a difference.
But yeah, no, it's still
He's
there though.
still unconscious, but yes, that is something to remember. But it is your turn for now. Oh wait, that guiding bolt was you.
I didn't get around to casting it, but you guys.
Yeah, no, cast your. No, you're attacking the ground. You don't need to make an attack roll. You just use the cantrip. So yes, that's fine. The pit is on fire.
No, sorry, I wasn't trying to cast it. I was just
Okay.
Yeah, I was just. clicked on it by accident.
That confused me for a second there.
My bad. I should have taken the roll though. Fuck.
Pit is on fire.
Okay, so it's my turn, yeah?
Yes.
So, what's our rolling like? What's our status of our rolling?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious again. He's he just
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Tanked it.
for. So I've got one action on one attack action, yeah.
One action, one bonus.
tanking.
What was that, bro?
One action, one bonus action in your movement. Yes.
So I'll use Guardian Bar, and I already used it. He's pretty tough. I mean, this is a pretty sticky situation we put ourselves in, boys.
He's tough.
Not gonna lie.
I'll be
Okay,
honest. I thought it was
okay,
a fighter crawling down into the pit with him, not a wizard.
I think the fact that he makes 3 melee attacks says enough.
Yeah.
Man, this is so hard. What are we gonna do, boys? I don't like.
Do you?
We just gotta keep on beating.
What's your strength like?
My strength would be sitting at.
Yeah, no. I mean,
No.
you could try to tip him in, but it might not work.
It is a option. It might not be the greatest option, but it could work.
Yeah, we'll use the action, right? And I'll have a bonus one after that. To use
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to tip from. So I'll roll strength.
Yep. Strength contest.
Contesting strengths.
Yeah, I'm just looking up.
Let's just hope he crit fails.
Why would a Greek get? It's okay.
And that's
There's no advantage, right?
that's a strength
no
check,
advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a strength check. Yeah, so I can use guidance as well. On me because it increases the check, isn't it? The ability check.
Because guidance is a bonus action.
Guidance is bonus action, so
Yeah.
you could probably add
Yeah.
guidance to it.
Do it. D4. You might need it.
D4. We're gonna need it.
That's a 4.
Nice. Alright, well, we'll just do a
Yeah.
flat.
If only he crit fails now.
Oh, yep,
Now he's on fire.
So he tossed in, and I keep closing his thing instead of just minimizing it, and then we'll do that quickly.
Oh.
Yeah, that doesn't help him out by much. So he
No,
lands
it doesn't.
heavily and takes a D10 from the spikes and the landing and a D8 fire damage. So that's 15. And he's also back in the pit.
And he's on fire. Does that fire go? Is it over time effect?
Oil burns for a while, and it's
Yeah.
like a D8 every turn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I wanted to set the pit on fire.
I'll leave my action.
The flasks of oil are like extremely cheap and overpowered as fuck.
And now I think it really does just turn into a shooting gallery.
Here's hoping.
One
It
hit.
sort of turns into a shooting gallery. I get to play the funnest game of them all.
Roland's turn.
Roland's turn. Wow. What should I do on my turn? I
Maybe-
think I'll roll a death save.
Yeah, maybe roll a death save.
I could use it.
Hold on.
I've
Not
got
only will you roll it, you will fail it too.
Hold on, I've got a thing. I've got a cat that
Too late.
Hold on. Chill for a second.
No, you had your turn. We've had another thing's turn. And
Just chill for a second,
Yeah.
bro. If he can hang up for one more turn, I think I might be able to.
yeah, he should be
Yeah,
safe for one more
okay.
turn. But
Yeah.
for now, it is River's turn, and
Are
they
you?
will
Isn't
also take.
there something for
Yeah.
falling down more than once in combat?
Is
I can't remember now, honestly.
Is it? I'll have to Google it while I'm dying.
for this,
Doesn't it,
for
like,
this combat,
Give you
For this
fails
combat, it's
automatically
not.
or something?
quite possible, but for this combat, we won't do it.
Fair.
He literally stood up to get slapped back down again.
In all fairness, he did already prevent killing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, one more hit. And now it is Riyadh's turn.
Alright, we're gonna back up towards the edge of the pit. We're gonna slap him with the old firebolt again.
That one hits. 3 damage.
And we're gonna go ahead and
And what?
we're gonna go ahead and slap the old healing word on Roland there.
Alright.
Oh, ha.
Use the last slot.
Jeez. I'm back up to full health.
God, that's sad.
It is dangerous playing as a level 1, eh?
It is.
It's pretty rough.
It is
Especially when you-
dangerous.
Especially when you get tasked to assassinate a CR5.
Oh.
A what?
To be fair, you guys have him at bloodied. He's at about half health now.
Let's just keep him in the pit.
It's your best bet. Theodore's turn.
Just for the sake of it,
Take a short
you know,
break.
just for good measure, he takes his longbow and he takes another shot.
Oh yeah, longbow, sorry. That is a miss.
Yeah.
Giving us Shago's turn again. For a start, he takes a D8 for the fire. And then he will try and save his goddamn life again. And not manage it as he kind of scrabbles at the side a bit. Seeing that he spends his action putting out as much of the fire around him as possible and trying to like kick the fire away from him and the burning dirt itself almost. So he's not really having the best time, but he's also not on fire himself anymore. Nadim's turn.
I'll probably just focus all my energy on smacking him, so I'm just gonna hit him with some magic missiles.
He's at the bottom of... magic missiles, yeah, that's fine then. Oh, do 3d4. Magic missile automatically hits, so... And then plus 3 is 11. And... Jake's turn.
Alright, so Roland's still down, yeah?
No, Roland's
No.
standing again.
No, did you do this death save? Okay. So, I'll just... Good measure, I'll take my longbow. Oh no, my crossbow. Light crossbow. And... Oh, how much HP do you have?
Like almost full.
Cool. Alright. So I'll take the light crossbow for an attack. It's a miss.
That's a miss.
I could take another shot, can I?
No.
I'll end my turn.
Flask of Wine's turn. Lo and behold, they take a couple more shots, one of which hits. Just sad by this point. Oh.
Ugh.
And then Roland's turn again.
Well, first of all, I would like to use my bonus action to throw another flask of oil down in the pit.
That's great. Do it.
Sort of aiming at him. I'm
Yeah,
trying to get him covered in oil.
Yeah, make
time.
an attack roll.
I'm
make
just
a
going to
ra-
roll the d20.
Yeah, ranged attack roll with your proficiency in Dex. So okay, you're not hitting anyway. But
Well, still more fire in the pit.
yeah,
now.
the fire definitely bursts up in a huge gullet of flame again.
And
But
then
it
I'll
doesn't
use
seem to
my
actually be affecting him himself.
I'll use my actual action.
Throw two more.
Oh my!
It's still at, 9 damage. Giving us Rhythm's
roll.
turn.
Trying to burn him more, just pew at him, doing whatever I can.
1 attack, 7 damage. At this point, he's basically
Hungry, maybe.
a lesser man would be begging for their life, but you can tell that like pride won't allow him to do that. But he's at that state where like he's basically given up at this point. He's not kicking the fire away with as much gusto anymore. He's kind of just resigned himself to the fact that his last day is probably going to be betrayed in the bottom of a burning pit.
Does anyone-
I can't do it. I didn't want to get involved in the actual killing, but I just walk away.
Well, that's fine. Riod walks away and just can't bring the final attack through.
Does anyone actually remember the name of the merchant prince that told us to kill him?
One of the merchant princes sends their regards.
Yeah. I was legitimately gonna make that reference.
Well, I must just send the regards.
Oh, each squad takes a shot with a 0 with his bow.
Yep, that's a hit. Oh, wait, 16.
Is it?
No, that
Right.
that is his AC, so that's a save. Sorry. His turn. Yeah, he's kind of resigned himself. He makes a feeble and really feeble attempt to clamber out and slides back down and gives one last sigh as the flames start to engulf his body a bit more. No screams are heard as Vadim's turn starts, but you feel you could probably just leave him in the pit.
No.
Don't take that risk, man.
I hit him with biggest firebolt I can muster.
Oh, just remember
Was she the poisons one?
the main
My bad.
part of your sheet, firebolt. Yeah, there we go, and that's a miss.
Fuck.
As the crown kind of explodes near his face, he gives this soft, dejected yelp. As it's Jake's turn.
Yeah, edit him. Maybe hold off on that pumpkin for a little bit. Yeah, just do the potatoes.
Your turn, Jake.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, sorry. So he, how easy is it to get out of that pit?
Not easy. Quite a hard dexterity roll. Like, if you're thinking of clambering down in there, I wouldn't.
Yeah, okay, no, I'm not gonna. Dexterity, it's just slipping back down again. All right. Takes a shot with his light crossbow. Jake does, and can use guidance for the bonus action for the check. And was it D4?
Again, I don't think you can. Can you add guidance to attack rolls?
No.
Great.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
I don't-
abilities.
I don't-
Okay.
So it's ability checks. But neither
Alright.
of those. That doesn't hit. This poor guy. No one can finish him.
I'm not leaving until until I see him not breathing.
Aye.
He's seriously just surviving in the pit.
He's somehow surviving in the pit.
Riod walks away so he doesn't have to finish him, but just, leaves him to his fate to barbecue.
And Roland's turn last, hopefully. Gonna throw more oil at him.
I think it was Jessanine. So I'm gonna say Jessanine sends her regards and shoot him with a short bow.
I don't think it was. Like, she's the one of assassins in
Fuck
blood.
it.
And this was a dye merchant.
She dealt with poisons. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
first-
but throw a flask of oil at him.
Oh,
It's a +5 if that's a ranged attack throw.
Yep, well that hits then.
Roll. That was oil.
Yeah, roll me a D4 and a D8.
D4 and a D8.
And if he somehow survives this is just sad. He survived it.
oh my god!
And also, just on another note, it was not Jessamine that sent you guys by any means.
Yeah, I don't think
Well,
so.
that's the only other merchant prince name I remember.
That's the last thing he hears is Jessamine sends his regards. For all you know, Jessamine could have been his mother
wife.
or father or wife or something, yeah. But, River, don't miss. Wow, okay.
Wow, super miss.
Riyadh, not finishing it. Theodore, come on, finish it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
at this point, I'm gonna propose to everyone we stop. I mean, he's beaten now. We can let him go out into the forest. As long as he promises not to return, like that's good for me. I mean, look at what's happening.
So the deal was he dies, and we get the favor. If he doesn't die and he ends up showing up, that's gonna.
Do you think he's gonna show up anymore past this? He's probably unrecognizable as himself.
Yeah,
now
like-
anyway.
You really don't think the last round of throwing attacks at him was really necessary? It really felt more of a,
We were just trying to put him out of his misery.
That being said, he is still moving and breathing and such. Like he's not dead yet.
We could still do the right thing here.
We could use one of our turns to
Diddle,
see.
you take the shot.
Apparently not.
No, apparently not. Poor gun.
He gives one shallow, long, drawn-out breath as flames encase his body, and he ceases to move. Whether he's dead or not, you're not completely sure, but it's not what he was before.
Roland, how many flasks of oil do you have left?
Somebody
You know, we've got to make sure the job's done, man.
will
We have
need
to make sure the job's done.
confirm the body. You
I
can't
reckon one
make
more
him
for good measure.
Totally
One
unrecognizable.
more for good measure, you reckon? Right.
Yeah, that would finish him if it hit. We're literally flocking a corpse now, though.
Just trying to make sure he's dead.
We're trying to flog a corpse and failing.
Okay, I'll tell you, he's dead.
For all intents and purposes, as far as you can discern, he is dead. He is no longer of this realm.
No one put out the fire.
Let's leave it burning for good measure.
What do people do now then? Flask and River don't seem upset or perturbed by what you've all just done, but at the same time they didn't expect their day to consist of what amounts to torture.
Hey, it's only torture if you don't kill them afterwards.
It's only torture.
That's
if
exactly
you're
what we did,
for
didn't we?
information.
That was unpleasant. I don't think I have the stomach to do something like that again to an innocent man.
I think adventuring might not be for you, bro.
Well, it's one thing to do it with a lot of goblins or a lizard that attacks us in the middle of the night, but this wasn't adventuring, this was murder.
There's a fine line.
I think we've
Yeah,
crossed
we-
that
we-
fine
We
line.
definitely went over that fine line.
You doused that line in oil and set it alight. But I think we'll call it there for now.
Yep.
Um,
Sounds good.
that would have given you guys a level 2, so feel free to level up. Because so it was. It could have been a lot worse, but at the same time, you guys played it pretty well.
Yeah.
But yes, that could have been a lot worse, and I did.
Man,
I didn't
so
have-
when were we supposed to get that quest?
Well, that's the thing. That's how Chop
it was a
put in the term of
randomized
Annihilation. Yeah, it was complete random. Like it was just
Gotcha.
how that you guys ran into the clothier or the dyer who had that, and yeah, it led to another thing. Like the quest that leads to it is just saving dying man and helping him, get a audience with the merchant prince and everything. But then they offer this quest as well, and it's up to you guys whether you take it or not. Like I said, I until last week when I actually looked at his character sheet, I wasn't expecting a CR5.
Right.
3 attacks. That's why I was like, okay, I've got to nerf him somehow. I know what I'll do. I will warn them with one single spare attack since it's ranged. Oh look, it wiped out one of the players.
You're right.
Hesitate.
A single
damage
attack.
that did more damage than my health.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a pretty good session though.
yeah, that's a good one. For leveling up,
This-
do you want us to roll or average or what?
Nah, do max roll until level 4. So
Okay.
first.
Okay,
level.
I did
I like
just
it.
roll, but I can take 2 more points in a
Yeah.
roll.
So for Victor and Greg, for you guys, you take your max hit dice. So if you say have a D8 hit dice, then you take 8 and then add your Constitution, and then after level 4 onwards, it'll be roll plus Constitution.
No. So we just take a D8 dice roll.
Yep.
And then add our Constitution level that's on there now.
You don't need to roll it. You just take the D8, so a full 8 plus your Constitution bonus. And that does not obviously include Theodore, as he's not actually a party member. He's a workhorse NPC.
At least,
he
at least now I can do this.
He will get stronger over time, but not at the same rate you guys do.
It was a good one though. We we almost lost a party member
Twice.
twice.
And we all questioned just how evil we were.
Oh man! Can
Already.
you imagine not doing that though with the 2 NPCs?
Yeah, that would have been awful. They got some pretty nice hits.
Really rough, yeah.
Not even gonna lie, I think the fire did most of the work, though.
Oh yeah,
I don't think we could have done that without the fire.
Yeah.
the fire and just the pit idea in general. Like, if he had had freedom of movement and actually been able to fight you guys properly, he would have been done.
Yeah.
He would have had you guys cleaned up the second round.
Could have been a
Yeah.
rough one.
Yeah, oh, I enjoyed that session. It was,
Yes.
even though I missed out on like 40 minutes of it.
I'm gonna pinch a paper and filter Greg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alright. Well, yeah, we're gonna go. If you've been watching, thanks for watching, people. Have a good one.